Hello and welcome to another Game Nexus taste test video. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Hero bread. Now I'd seen this advertised on Facebook along with Royo bread, but they're like $85 like founders bundle or welcome bundle or everything. It had like 2 loaves of bread and some rolls and then a bunch of tortillas I really didn't want and some silly box or something. But I found this at my local price chopper where it was reduced to $6 as opposed to the normal price of $11.99. So I'm going to try this bread 3 ways. Right now, in this first part, I'm going to legitimately just eat a piece of plain bread and see what it's like. Then in the next part, I'm going to try it toasted, maybe with some butter. And then in the third part, I'm going to try a peanut butter sandwich on this bread and see how that is. And then in the very end, I'll probably just give you my opinion of this $6 reduced loaf of bread. But let's go ahead and get this open. And I'm going to just try the bread in its most natural state. But first, let me just take a look here. As we can see here, total fat is 2 grams per slice, 45 calories, 5 grams of protein, 11 carbohydrates, 11 dietary fiber. So that's probably how they say 0 net carbs. They're subtracting the dietary fiber. But let's go ahead and get a slice out and see what this looks like. And I can already tell, well, 2 things here. A piece of bread is kind of short. Smells pretty good, but it's a fairly short piece of bread. I just want to check something here. Nah, maybe just some weird discoloration. I don't know. But short piece of bread. It feels not bad. It came out of the fridge, so it's cold, of course. So let me just take a bite and see what this is like. And they're calling this new, now made with olive oil. And as I found this at Price Chopper, next time I'm there, I'm going to be looking for this and see if there's any other products I can try without paying $85 for a whole box. Let me take another bite of that. And I can most certainly say that really does taste like a plain old regular piece of bread. I would say it almost has like a buttery like taste to it. Nice texture. Yeah, I'd most certainly say this is one of those pieces of bread that, other than the loaf being generally a bit shorter, that's not a bad tasting slice of bread. So, next time, and the one thing to notice here, it is absolutely a rather short loaf. But next time we're going to toast it and see what that's like. Okay, back for the last part of the Hero bread review. As you can see, I got a piece of the bread. It's toasted. I put a little butter on it, and honestly, it didn't toast much, and this took like forever to get it like this. I don't know if it's something with this bread in general or just how it is, but like if I threw the Royo in there, had it in the toaster for like 2 minutes, it'd have a decent toast. This was like 5, almost 10 minutes, and yeah, that's all you get. But I'm going to take a bite of this and see what it just tastes like toasted with a little bit of butter. I'm going to try that again. Now, the thing I can say, just like I said in my first video, is it has a little bit of like an internal, almost buttery taste, but it's not much. And I would say upon toasting it and spreading butter on it, that flavor kind of is like lost. And after buying this loaf of Hero Bread on the Price Chopper Day Old rack, trying a plain slice, the sandwich I had the other day, and finally this toasted slice, I can say I'm underwhelmed. For instance, the Royo bread, the slice is really big, but it's thin. It's a good tasting bread, and I like it. This, the slice is short, but it's wide, and it's still smaller than Royo. It's a little bit thicker, but the bread itself has a not too nice texture. And for $12 normal price for a loaf at a Price Chopper, or of course around the same if you get it on their website with a bunch of other junk that you really don't need, it's not really that great of a deal. And honestly, from just the bread that I've tried, I'm not impressed, and I'm going to stick with Royo. The other bread they had at Price Chopper was like seeded bread, and it was 60 calories per slice, and I thought that was a bit excessive, so I didn't even bother to pick that up today. But I'm going to say the regular loaf of bread that I bought at Price Chopper for $6, I'm just a little bit disappointed, and I'm going to stick with my Royo. Well, this has been another Game Nexus taste test review, and I shall see you later. Bye. Okay, so now for this second part of the video, I have made a sandwich. I put a light toast on the bread because I had to put it in the freezer because it showed signs that it was already going bad, and I only had it for like 2 or 3 days. So, yeah, I was kind of surprised about that, but yeah. I'm going to try it on this peanut butter and jelly sandwich I made, which is just chunky Jif peanut butter and some strawberry jam, and we're going to see what this is like. I do still have to say the slices do look awfully small. Maybe like 5 inches across and like 2 or 3 inches tall. But let's see what this is like. I don't know why it seemed like it was going bad already because, you know, I'd only got it like, I think I got it on Sunday, and the day I recorded that video where I ate the regular slice was like Tuesday. So that seemed a bit quick, whereas I could have my Royo bread in the fridge for like weeks, and it never shows any signs of going bad. But let me give this a shot, and we'll see what it's like on a sandwich. I definitely have to say, as compared to Royo, this tastes more like a standard white bread. As opposed to when I had it plain. I don't taste like that. I taste a little bit of something else here, but I don't get that strong buttery tone I had. The bread also seems a bit on the light side. It seemed a lot more dense before I toasted it. Now it just kind of seems a bit spongy. But for like a diet bread, I can't say this is bad. Basically, what I have to say is it's bread. It holds the sandwich ingredients. It tastes fairly bread-like. But unlike the Royo that would give me a more heavy wheat taste, which I actually like pretty well, this really doesn't do much of anything other than it's there and it's bread. It's kind of one of those things, it is what it is. It's not great, it's not bad. It's bread, it's there. It has a bread-like taste, but it doesn't really do more than that. Now, unless I go to the store and find more hero bread, at the end, I'll toast a slice a lot, like really get it brown, and probably just put some butter on it, and that'll be my last part. If right after this you see me do anything else, then I went to the store and found more hero bread, because now that I know it's in the bakery department, I'll be looking for it next time I'm there. But yeah, for a sandwich, it's good bread. It doesn't really have that strong of a flavor. It seems like toasting it subdued the flavor maybe, but let's go ahead and see what else we can do with our hero bread in the next part.